What's going on, MMA fans? I'm back to do my WEC 42 review video, sponsored by FightersKO.com. Make sure you check them out. I'll put their link up over on the description side. They've got great content as far as MMA. They also post up my videos as well as other MMA YouTubers here in the MMA YouTube community. They put their content up as well, so make sure you check them out. This was a decent night of fights. There seemed to be a little bit of controversy with some of the judging, which we've run into here in the last couple months with Sengoku and also UFC 101, which was Saturday night. But nonetheless, like I said, decent night of fights. I'm going to work my way from the bottom of the main card to the top and cover the predictions that I did. First fight, Takeo Mizugaki taking on Jeff Curran. A very, very close fight. I would say that this possibly could be a Fight of the Year candidate. Mizugaki did a very, very good job in this fight, in the stand-up, being able to control some of the exchanges and using the jab. Did very, very well in the clinch, which he's done, in some of his other fights, using some very, very good clinch takedowns, working inside a guard, having some really, really good ground and pound. He did very, very good in the first round. In the second, did a little bit of much of the same, even though both guys exchanged and had some good combinations. Curran did pretty well in the second round as well. Even though I think Mizugaki got a little bit of the better of the combinations. The fight ends up hitting the ground. Mizugaki gets it back down there again. Curran ends up trying to go for a guillotine at the end of the round. The third round, wow, that had to be one of the most impressive displays I've seen from the bottom. Curran was active in the second, but not as active as he was in the third. Very, very active from the bottom, was going for arm bars, triangle chokes. Actually gets a triangle choke towards the end of the round, secures it. Rolls him over into a topside triangle, starts pounding him, throwing some shots from the top. Rolls him over again, tries to sink it in, couldn't finish it. The fight goes to a decision, and Takeo Mizugaki takes a split decision. Very, very close fight. I really wouldn't have been upset if either one of these guys got the win. I think, like I said, or I didn't really say this, but the first round I think was Mizugaki. The third round definitively was Curran. So the first round definitively, I think, was Mizugaki. The third round, in my opinion, was definitively Curran. The second round was really what was left up to question, and you could have scored it, kind of either way. I thought that Mizugaki did enough, though, to take that round. So, nonetheless, close fight. Could be a Fight of the Year candidate. If you haven't seen this fight, make sure you check it out. Next fight, Ricardo Lamas taking on Danny Castillo. Very, very good fight. Both these guys, talented wrestlers. This fight, stayed on the feet. Lamas, I think, had better the combinations in the first and the second, even though Castillo did have some good shots and had some good counters and some good body shots. Lamas kept landing this 1-2 high kick combination that was just scoring every time. He kept doing this throughout the first and the second. Late in the second, gets a little bit overzealous, overcommits. Castillo comes over with a right straight, drops him, finishes him on the ground, and wins via a second-round TKO. So congratulations to Danny Castillo. Coming off of that loss that he just had, it's definitely good for him to get a win. For Lamas, I'm sure he'll go back, work on the things he made a mistake, in this fight. And we'll see how he comes back in his next fight. So congratulations to Danny Castillo. All right, next fight, Joseph Benavidez taking on Dominic Cruz. A very, very interesting fight. High pace. Both these guys are very, very quick. Very, very athletic. Cruz had the better of the combinations on the feet. The better of the leg kicks. Did very, very good. With employing some wrestling. Had some beautiful hip tosses, some beautiful clinch takedowns into side control. Was able to get Benavidez's back twice in this fight. The last attempt was in the third round to end the fight, where he had his back and flattened him out and was throwing some shots. Benavidez had some good combinations. He had a couple where he, landed, I think, in the second and the first, if I remember right, where they were pretty good definitive shots. But Cruz, did more on the feet, did more with the takedowns, did more all around in the fight, and goes on to win a unanimous decision. So congratulations to him. He'll go on to, if not to be the first guy in line for Brian Bowles' title, he'll be the second guy in line because Fabiano is supposed to be getting a title shot. So congratulations to Dominic Cruz. He's looked more and more impressive at this weight class, and it showed again tonight. All right, on to the main event. Miguel Torres taking on Brian Bowles. This fight was very, very reminiscent to the Mike Brown-Uriah Faber, and I'll get to that in a second. Both these guys come out exchanging. Brian Bowles had some good combinations. Torres was using the leg kicks, using the jab, using that good 1-2 left hook counter that he likes to use a lot. Got a little overzealous. Got hit with an overhand right by Brian Bowles, backed up. Torres came back in, landed some shots. Gets taken down. Bowles starts working inside a guard. The fight gets stood up. Torres lands a left hook on Brian Bowles, runs forward on him, throwing some shots. He landed, 3 or 4 that were definitive in the flurry where he was running forward. Gets a little overzealous against the cage, throws a left hook, misses. Brian Bowles comes over with a short right, similar to what Mike Brown did to Uriah Faber, drops him, finishes him on the ground, and wins via a first-round TKO to take the WEC Bantamweight 135-pound championship. So congratulations to Brian Bowles. Proved a lot of the naysayers wrong. I know he proved me wrong. I thought that he would run into some problems in this fight, but congratulations to him. Did a very, very good job in this fight. For Miguel Torres, he'll be back. Hopefully he'll go around and get, some more training from some different camps. He's been really, doing most of his training at Torres Martial Arts. So it'll be interesting to see where he goes to do some of his training for his upcoming fights. I'm sure after either 1 or 2 fights he'll get another title shot. And it'll be interesting to see what happens at 135. You got a lot of contenders there. Wagner Fabiano, Dominic Cruz now. So it should be very, very interesting what happens in that weight class. So leave some comments, constructive, negative, positive. Let me know what you think. I'll be back here in the next few days to do my MMA poll, my MMA corner, and also here towards the end of the week to do my Strikeforce predictions. So on that note, you guys have a great day.